Is Greece the smarter, safer, sunnier alternative to life in the UK? Meet Chris, a British investor who made the move and never looked back.
I looked at Italy, Spain, Ireland, Portugal, but it was very obvious to me that Athens was the place to be. Lifestyle to cost ratio, absolutely unbeatable. Investment opportunities. The price per square meter at the time was like an adult Disneyland. The number one reason for me, even above investment, the safety aspect is another world. When I compare it to home, to the UK, I know my child's going to be safe.
How many years do you live here in Greece?
5 years.
5 years. And what was the reason to move?
Lifestyle change, investment opportunities. I felt like the opportunities in the London market were drying up quickly. So I came here for a weekend, had a walk around, and decided to move here very shortly after that. The price per square meter at the time was like an adult Disneyland. Really, for someone like myself in the property sector, it was unbelievable prices. You know, it was just too attractive. I looked at Italy, Spain, Ireland, Portugal, but it was very obvious to me that Athens was the place to be, simply because the amount of opportunities at the time was unbeatable. DKG, they sourced me an apartment in Piraeus, renovated it, stayed in it for a while to get to know the different areas before I made the full-time move. I wanted a base. We built a small apartment, 2-bedroom penthouse, which was amazing, views of the Acropolis, very nice. And then we sold that very quickly, moved to Piraeus, looked around Piraeus, did
nice
4 apartments, 3 DKG there. And then I was completely satisfied and confident in going big. And we did the student development in Piraeus right here.
Are you happy with the returns and the results, how it all went through?
Yeah, everything that was promised was delivered. So I don't have any complaints. I mean, even the build quality, the renders were identical to the finished project. You can see yourself, it's only 500 meters away from here. It's absolutely identical to the renders. And the after-sales service was fantastic. The management was fantastic. And that's absolutely key, after-sales and management, when you're building a block like this, for me.
In terms of investment, what kind of yield you are targeting when you're looking for properties here to invest?
It's come down a little bit. I'd be very happy with 6s, anything beginning with a 6, 7, 8, fantastic. But it's not only that, it's the value I want to see when I come to resell it in 4 or 5 years' time, or 10 years' time. I want to be confident in doubling, tripling my money after 10 years when it comes to exit. I think this is the perfect place for that.
And do you still believe in Greece for the next 5-10 years?
Yeah, of course. I have a lifetime plan here. I still think there's much more room for growth in Athens. It's almost just beginning. You know, I have a 10-year plan, not only in Athens, but all across Greece.
Why Athens? Why do you think it's so promising here?
Lifestyle to cost ratio, unbeatable, absolutely unbeatable. When I look at other European capital cities, it's a lot more expensive to live this sort of lifestyle. I eat in tavernas, restaurants every single night. Island hop whenever I want. You know, weekends are islands or on the hills. We have some great nature to walk the dogs, etc. But investment opportunities as well. There's still many opportunities.
So for someone who is just considering to move to Greece, it's not too late still to come here and to invest?
Of course, it's not too late. No. It's I mean, the mega developers don't believe it's too late, do they? You know, when you look at the Ellenikon project, you can see it from here. No one with any sense in the business believes it's coming to an end. It's on the contrary, it's just a beginning, really.
I filmed this video in Piraeus at the new residential complex Mediterranean Suites, where many foreign investors, including my clients, have invested in rental apartments for the Golden Visa. This premium project, developed by DKG Development, is scheduled for completion this year. All apartments will be rented out through a management company that guarantees a return on investment. I appreciate the unique location near the sea and Marina Zes, as well as the vibrant atmosphere in Piraeus, which is part of Greater Athens. If you are interested in obtaining a Golden Visa in Greece, investing in Greek real estate, or finding a trusted developer, please send me a message. All my contact details are in the video description. You think it's a great destination for people from the UK, especially now when it's non-dom abolished, this economical situation getting worse. You think more and more people will move here?
Of course they will, yeah. They are. No, I know many people that have had enough of the UK and they're moving over here now. Of course, it's unbeatable lifestyle. Lifestyle to cost ratio, again, it just cannot be beaten. And if you want to start a family, or you have a family, or you want to do business, meet friends, meeting friends is a much easier thing to do here in Greece.
For decades, London was probably a number one destination in terms of lifestyle, restaurants, going out, cultural life.
Look, back in the day in London, if you had a good career, you could afford to buy a home of your own on one salary, start a family on one salary and have a nice home and maybe have another one somewhere else. But that is definitely over now. You can't compare the two now. There's not much of a lifestyle to be had in London unless you do have tens of millions to waste.
To live here comfortably, how much do you need a month?
Let's say an average London salary, which I think is around £35,000, so 40,000 euros a year. You can eat out most nights, 4 or 5 nights a week. You can hop to the islands, basically have a summer holiday every week. Your money goes so much further. Everything's cheaper. Education, eating, medical stuff, if you have hospitals are much better quality. The private insurance is cheaper. Yeah, your money's going to go at least twice as far.
Did you have chance already to compare NHS in London with private hospital?
Yeah, no, I had look, I had the opportunity to have an operation on my knee in London on the NHS for free, but I chose to pay here. It was about half the price as if I paid on Harley Street in London. Yeah. It would have been half the price, and they did a fantastic job. It was like in Kifisia, it was a 5-star hotel essentially. I didn't want to leave. I can't say that about unfortunately, about the UK hospitals right now. It was a very pleasant experience, and they did a very good job.
So long term, Greece or going back to London?
No, I'll never go back to London. I've just put my roots down here. I'm about to start a family. I married a Greek lady here, and my first son will be born in 5 months. So there's zero chance. But even regardless of that, there's no way I would consider expanding more in London now. No,
do you speak Greek, by the way?
Unfortunately not. Everybody speaks English. Athens is an international city. I've made friends from all over the world. To be honest, it's not even been a necessity. So if you want to learn Greek, learn it. It's a good thing to do. It's a cool thing to do. So it is a huge challenge, but in my opinion, it's not necessary at all. If you want to do business here, start a life here, make friends here, you really don't even need to speak Greek.
So which part of Athens is most comfortable for you to live?
For me, here, Zias and Falero.
Not Glyfada, not Vouliameni, let's say Posh, Kolonaki.
Definitely not Glyfada, no, and definitely not Kolonaki. No, they're both cool places, but I feel this is the new cool place to be, for sure. Not only for lifestyle, but for investment. There's more investment opportunities here. There's more exciting projects happening in Piraeus, Zias, Mikrolimano. I love it. And not many people know about this area. This is the strange thing. I stumbled across Mikrolimano, Zias by mistake. I just went for a walk on a taxi, take me to here, and I fell in love with the place. I can't believe people don't come here more than they do Central Athens. I think they will, pretty sure they will, but it's a much more attractive place, right?
I love it. Look at the view. Yeah. It's just incredible.
Yeah, I think it's much more pretty than Glyfada, for sure, Kolonaki, and beats Central Athens hands down for investment and lifestyle. Schools as well, fantastic schools.
Do you feel safe here in Athens?
That's the number one reason for me, even above investment opportunities. The safety aspect is another world. When I compare it to home, to the UK, I don't see security on bars. I don't see people fighting. I don't see angry people. It's just everybody's having a good time in a good way. There's no violence. I've not seen any violence. Nobody's caused me any problems. I've not seen any problems. But only if I go to any city in the UK, on business or pleasure, if I go for a night out, I'm going to see antisocial behavior. It's guaranteed. Whether it's a fight, an argument, just nasty behavior, bad people loitering on streets, intimidating atmosphere. There's none of that here at all. None of that here at all. It's the number one thing. And that's why I want to start my family here. For that reason, because I know my child's going to be safe.
Do you have golden visa?
No, I took residency, started
Regular.
a company here straight away. And it was, again, very simple process. DKG's legal guys just dealt with everything. Didn't cost much at all. Very extremely good value. The number one advice I would give to any investor is find a company like DKG who will outsource legal help, accountancy help, and just essentially have someone else do it for you, and you'll be fine. You don't need the stress. It doesn't cost much at all. It's a couple of €100 a month for a very good accountant to get yourself started. They'll take care of everything. And the legal team here are second to none. So to be honest, I haven't really dealt with much of that myself. I've entrusted it with DKG and they haven't let me down.
If you are interested in obtaining a golden visa in Greece or investing in Greek real estate, please feel free to message me. My contact details are available in the video description. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps with the visibility on YouTube and motivates me to keep creating more content. See you soon in Greece!